Hello and welcome. You're listening to a podcast designed just for you, to help you speak English better, to help you listen calmly, and most of all, to remind you that you are not alone on this journey. Today, I want to talk about something very real, something that many of us feel, but few of us talk about: the fear of speaking English. If you've ever been scared to speak, if your voice has ever shaken when someone asked you something in English, if you've ever stayed quiet even when you knew the answer, then this episode is for you. Let me tell you how I overcame that fear, slowly, gently, and honestly. Part 1: My fear was real. I didn't always speak English. In fact, for a long time, I avoided speaking it. I loved the language. I enjoyed reading. I liked listening to music in English. But speaking, that was scary. Why? Because I was afraid of saying the wrong word, mispronouncing something, getting laughed at, freezing and forgetting everything. Even though I had learned the grammar, even though I knew many words. When it was time to speak, my mind went blank. Part 2: The moment I realized it was holding me back. One day, I was sitting in a small group. We were supposed to introduce ourselves in English. I watched others speak. Some made mistakes. Some laughed at their own grammar. Some were slow and careful. But no one cared. They were trying. And people listened with kindness. That day I didn't speak. But I made a decision. I don't want fear to control my learning anymore. Part 3: My first small step. The next day, I practiced a simple sentence out loud. Hi, my name is underscore 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 underscore. Nice to meet you. Just that. I said it again and again, until it felt natural. Then I said it in front of a mirror, and later to a friend, and eventually in a real conversation. That small step gave me a little confidence, and confidence grows slowly like a plant. You have to water it every day. Part 4: Repeating without shame. I started repeating useful English phrases every morning. Can you help me, please? I didn't understand. Can you repeat that? I'm learning. I might make mistakes. I learned how to say, I'm not perfect, but I'm trying. That sentence changed everything, because I stopped chasing perfection and started chasing progress. Part 5: Speaking to people, not just practicing alone. I used to practice alone, but one day I joined a language exchange online. I spoke to someone from another country. They were learning my language. I was learning English. We helped each other. We laughed. We made mistakes together. Speaking English started to feel like connection, not a performance. Part 6: My mindset changed. Fear didn't go away overnight, but my thinking changed. Now, when I feel nervous, I remind myself, it's okay to be slow. It's okay to forget a word. It's okay to say, can you say that again? English is not a test. It's a tool, a bridge, a way to meet people. When I understood that, the fear began to disappear. Part 7: Speaking is a skill, not a talent. Some people think you have to be born good at languages, but that's not true. Speaking is a skill, just like cooking, or riding a bicycle, or learning to swim. You need practice. You need time. You need patience. If you practice slowly, kindly, and regularly, you will get better. Part 8: What I learned from my mistakes. Oh yes, I've made many mistakes. I've said the wrong word. I've used past tense when I should have used present. I've misunderstood questions. But do you know what happened? Nothing terrible. In fact, most people were kind. They helped me. They smiled. They respected my effort. And each mistake became a teacher. Part 9: You can do it too. If you feel afraid, it's okay. I felt that too. I still feel it sometimes. But now, fear doesn't stop me. Because I speak anyway. And every time I speak, I feel stronger. So don't wait until you're perfect. Start small. Say one sentence today. Talk to a mirror. Record your voice. You are already good enough to begin. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this podcast, if it made you feel understood, if it gave you hope, please subscribe. This podcast is your space, your safe place to grow, to learn slowly, to speak gently, to feel proud of every word you say. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin. So keep listening, keep speaking, and remember, you are not alone. I believe in you. See you in the next episode. Take care and keep going.